welcome back to another episode of Echoes of Kosmos. I was about to say Tales from the Cosmos, but that was over 6 years ago now. Oh my god, I am old. When last we left off, actually, would either of you care to do the recap? I know I haven't asked that yet, but...
I can try. I'm still waking up a little bit, but I can sure try.
Mm-hmm.
Last time we got the ship fixed up a little bit more comfortable for everybody to live in. It's still stuck in Space Chicago, which is pretty close to Space Hell, I am told. Imam had a conversation with his leader of his political group back on his home planet, where they basically said, hey man, shit's going real bad. That weirdo cult keeps attacking us and actually, like, JFK'd somebody. So now we need everyone to come home. He was like, that's going to be a little hard because we're kind of trapped in Space Chicago. And he went, that's pretty close to Space Hell, isn't it? Before saying, yeah, there might be other people from the Kiths on that planet. I can kind of forestall the government getting upset with you guys if you bring them back with you. Also, make sure you bring that weirdo named after, that weirdo that you've got working with you. What did you say her name was? You said Ducks? It's like, yeah, bring Ducks back with you because we need the technology that's been etched onto her retinas in order to fight the weirdo cult who worship planet Satan. And then we found out that the people here, just like real Chicagoans, are kind of racist. They need better slurs, though. Void clown? Come on. You can do better than that. And then we got treated bad when we went to basically the DMV to get paid for murdering a bunch of cultists. But an old guy was like, nah, I don't fuck with that shit. You go to the water cooler and I'll talk to these people. So he was pretty based.
Go to the water cooler and have your water cooler talk there.
Then we went to get new clothes so that we don't look like we're weirdos from out of town, because people here are racist. And during that time, I think that's where we left off, we were helping Dakir, with Dakir being like, hey, I'm gonna have to use like scab workers to help get the ship repaired because like the shipbuilders union is on strike.
No. You're on a 6-month waiting list.
Oh yeah, we're on a 6-month waiting list. And we were like, that's not gonna work. But also we need to go and pick up other mercenaries that want to go with us for fun, adventure, and possibly profit. Including one of them who is the racist that called my navigator a void clown. But they're apparently working with sick orphans or something.
Well, I don't know if they want to go with you. You were given a list of potential candidates.
Yes. But we could always abduct them, too.
You're not escaping the Void Clown associations here.
That's not Void Clown. That's Void Pirate.
Yeah, but aren't pirates just kind of like... Think about it. Think about all the similarities between pirates and clowns. Pirate ship? Who fucking knows how many pirates are in there? Clown car? Same difference.
Well, there's a big difference. One starts with a C and one starts with a P.
Yeah. But other than that, I would argue that clowns are more dangerous than pirates.
I'm never going to beat the clown allegations because of shit like that. I'm not going to, but my character can. I will not.
Fair enough. But before we
get started, I did not choose the funny nose. The funny nose chose me. Honk honk.
Well, before we get there, let's flash back for a moment to Ducks. How old were you when your parents decided you were old enough to yearn for the mines?
8, 8 years
8.
old. Yeah.
8 years
Children
old.
do yearn for the mines.
Now, what kind of mines were these?
Yeah.
I don't know if I cut out.
No, you're fine. Yeah, so these mines, like deep, deep underground, um, it's just pure industry and harvesting resources. So very harsh working conditions. Um,
What were you
they're
guys mining?
uh hmm,
If you
precious
need to give
mineral.
me, I was gonna say if you want me to give you some recommendations, I can. But I
Yeah,
was
I'd say
curious if you had
precious
something in mind. Go ahead.
precious metals and minerals, definitely. Probably mostly metals though. I'd say it's a very red, rocky planet. Um,
Okay, so you're looking at your irons, your let's see. No, I'm not pulling up a periodic table. I can do this. I was gonna say boron, but that's not. It's a metal, but it's not
yeah.
bromine. That's the one I'm looking for.
Uh,
But probably a lot of iron and probably smaller deposits of the more valuable stuff. Gold,
yeah.
silver, palladium, nickel, that kind of stuff. That's my guess.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you and your, let's see, would you have gone, would your father have taken you? Would your mother, another family member have taken
I
you down
mean,
first time?
it was more like we were all reporting to work in the morning, and it was
Hmm.
my rite of passage day. So, oh,
You're, remind me how
yeah.
many are in your family.
Um, Mother, father, say probably two or three older siblings,
Okay.
a
So,
couple of aunts and uncles. Like we all live together. It's like just like a big old bunker.
gotcha. Now, did you guys own the mine or you just worked for it?
Oh no, we just work for it.
Okay.
Now, the mines are owned really by people that are off planet, but they own the resources and people need to work, so they own the people too, practically.
That makes sense. Let's see. So, you, your family, and probably 15 other miners have been shoved as tightly packed as possible inside this industrial lift. And you've ridden it down probably, 2,000, 3,000 feet deep. There are some things that make life easy for miners in a planet that is already without atmosphere. You're already in an EVA suit, so they don't need to pump clean air down into the mines. However, that creates some additional challenges. In a vacuum, things don't behave quite the way they would in air. So, you've got little piles of dust that like to how do I put it? That like to accumulate right in the center of the floor. There's still gravity even though there's no vacuum. So things all tend to fall at the same rate, if that makes sense,
Yeah.
which can be fun to watch the first or second or maybe third time as your parents are walking you through the process. Probably for this style of mine, you would have basically at the very end, there's a giant chain of buckets that slowly haul this ore up to Earth that are being filled by conveyor belts. These conveyor belts run labyrinthian through the mine, although you very quickly come to learn that they're taken out when they're in a section of the mine that is no longer used. So Rule number one, you're probably told, is if you get lost, find a conveyor belt and follow it.
Yeah.
And I imagine on your first day, it probably becomes apparent why you're taught that rule. Because the mines spider web through the crust of Plecto. Like, it almost feels like you're inside the tunnel that a worm would make. It's not regimented and spread out like maybe a standard mine would be here today.
Mm-hmm.
It tends to follow the veins of materials wherever it is. So, yeah, you get
Yep.
handed a map, but the map is not very useful.
No. It's basically if spelunking was also industry. Yeah.
Yes. The helmet light on your EVA suit, well, you've been told, hey, turn that off unless you need it because no one gets a recharge until lunch. And that's probably where the terror of the day begins because there are too many miners, not enough equipment. Watching them work a wall, let's say they found uh, a vein of, let's just say, iron. You see them very quickly get to work. There's some machinery that bores holes into the wall around the deposit. And then there is an undercut that's put in the bottom of the wall to make it so that when it's blasted, it falls down instead of the impact spreading up and into the walls and the ceiling that you're just now making.
Mm.
And then when the explosives are packed in, people clear the area and detonate.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes like this for an entire day. You're down in the mines for how many hours?
Enter in the morning. It's probably, well, about a 12-hour shift, maybe. And that's on a good day. This was a good day. On a bad day or a day where they just need more, it could be up to 15, 17 hours.
I can see it. So, probably the system used is not paid by the hour, of course, it's paid by the ton.
Mm-hmm.
And you're told that you go until you hit quota.
Right.
It seems like the quota is never an 8-hour day's worth of work, always that little bit longer.
Yeah.
Today was a good day, it was only 12. But you remember as a little kid, there were, especially one month there was particularly bad. Your parents probably didn't come back home that night and didn't come home until probably the next evening because their shift ran so long it ran into their next shift.
Yes. Definitely a few times like that. More than a few.
That terrifies me. But today was a good day. It was only 12 hours and they hit quota. Although they've decided, since today was your rite of passage day, you aren't getting paid for the shift. How does that make you feel?
I'd say he's still pretty young, but he's very much not inducted into the group think of make the quota. He hates that they've been calling it the rite of passage, so that's just kind of like the cherry on top of a really shitty experience.
And, wouldn't you know it, You are given your assignment for next shift. 8-year-old you has been given the job of shoveling the debris after it's been blasted onto the conveyor belts.
Mm-hmm.
So as you leave the mine for the first day, wedged in a corner that probably, well, on a lift that is probably a little more than a little overweight.
It's not that it's not up to code, it's that there is no code.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
You hear the cables creak, the unlubricated rails that the car is on shakes and judders as it goes up the shaft. And you realize that this is expected to be your entire life.
Mm-hmm. Yes, rite of passage, more like the rite of doom. All of this just feels like the end.
Remind me, Duck's guy or gal? I forget.
He's a gal.
Gal. Okay. So, Duck's probably snaps out of yet another one of these memories that keep kind of bringing themselves to the forefront. As you hear, layoffs continue on Plecto en masse as another 10,000 workers laid off overnight. This comes after the insolvency of insert mining corporation, which makes it the 5th one this quarter. Speculators are wondering just how played out these mines are, and it seems like sorry, 1 second. Loud noises in the background. And it's sorry. Let's see, where was I? Speculators are curious just how played out these mines are. Stay tuned for more. This comes as you guys are walking down O'Hare's long stretch of berths headed towards the gate. It's you and Imam.
Yeah, Imam probably looks over at that and says something to the effect of, "It's strange to me that you all have information about what's going on outside of your planet. Is it just this way in the inner solar system?"
Yeah, pretty much. If you know who to talk to, or just turn on your local news outlet, whatever. And then she also just kind of chuckles at the news announcement. You notice they said played out. Oh, it's played out all right. One company goes under so that the others can pilfer, pay you even less for even more work. And she just kind of chuckles and trails off with that.
You make how we treat the people on the outer moon seem charitable.
I'd have to see it to believe it, but maybe.
All of our industry on the moons is run by machines. The only time that a Kith lands on one of these moons is if the resource collection is threatened, in which case they send a tactical assault group, or power armor marines, and marine mech, and they take care of whoever is threatening that facility.
Like space pirates or just locals?
Locals, usually. They don't even understand what's going on. They think that we're some sort of sky god to them.
Maybe, but I suppose if they're messing with the resources, they might have changed their mind, and instead it's some sort of sky devil, whether it's true or not.
All I know is that without access to those resources, our sky cities would fall apart.
I'm sure they would. Everything needs fuel.
Speaking of, as you guys are making your way through the throng, this long stretch of stalls wedged between the berth and the walls of O'Hare, most of this stuff, as you reach the gate, is more tchotchke kind of stuff. It's trinkets, odds and ends. I
That sort of thing.
wasn't going to continue the joke, but you did it for me. Thanks.
I mean, you activated it. It was a sleeper cell moment.
Well, I wasn't going to use that phrase, and then it happened, okay? I was going to describe, a postcard stand, but then wondered how postcards would even fucking work, and decided not to talk about it, even though it's probably still there.
Do people...
Red Giant now sending postcards.
They still sell postcards, and I don't think I've ever gotten a postcard in my life.
Yeah.
I've bought one to have as like a souvenir because it was like a quarter.
Last
I
time.
have. I've seen really expensive postcards. I've seen people send really expensive postcards. We're talking like $4 for a postcard. Anyway, but between the Red Giant postcards and the cheap jewelry and the let's see, the one stand that looks like it belongs at a Renfest. You know the one I'm talking about, the one with the cheap-made, cheap-looking Centurion fake armor, the fake swords, the
3D printed multi-section dragons.
Yeah, those. The shop that has nothing but die-cast models to buy. The person that's oddly fascinated with gems and has laser cut pictures into slices of geode.
Hey, that's sick as fuck, man.
I have some around here somewhere, I think.
I love rocks, man. Sometimes I wish I'd gone into geology.
Why didn't you?
I thought, oh, do something you enjoy and you'll get your job and you'll love it. And then they looked at me and they laughed. They laughed at me.
Yeah, I hear you. Geology is kind of a rocky trade.
Oh, thank God I didn't go into geology, or else I'd have to get mad about that. Damn
I
it,
don't have
that's some
anything
stone
to
cold silence.
I don't have canned laughter to play, so I will just take my. Well, now it feels asked for, and I don't like that. So,
your pity laugh. Take your pity laugh, you fucking clown.
Space clown from outer space. I'm sorry.
Clowns from outer
Yes,
space.
I was gonna say killer clown from outer space, not whatever. Anyway, as you guys are making your way towards the entrance, you see there is an especially long line. And at the head of this line is what looks like a Baylor.
Huh. Oh, that's what we are looking
And
for.
sitting on top of this Baylor is what looks like a person straight out of, I don't know, 17th century England, dressed in all of the fine... Actually, hold on. Was I right? No, I was not right. That was... Nope. It is the... Actually, I don't know if you call that. I was thinking, yeah, kind of 18th century, we'll say English style. Why not? Because it wasn't really the Elizabethan era. That was about 150 years beforehand. But dressed in all of the finery of what you would consider a noble of that era to be dressed in, this lady in a large poofy skirt and actually full dress, I guess it would be, sitting on top of this Baylor, blonde curls and blue eyes shooting daggers down at the guards standing in front of this giant gateway. You can barely, well, you can make out what she's saying over the the din of the crowd and the impatient vehicles behind her, but it's too crass to repeat for polite society.
I think that's who we're looking for.
Huh. For someone who talks like that, I was not expecting style.
It's archaic. This is something that went out of fashion, hell, maybe a millennia before the long night.
Yeah.
And yet I can't wear the cloak.
The cloak is too nice.
The cloak marks me out as a knight.
Yeah. See, she just looks like a freak. You look like a knight.
Damn. We've got fucking guys in like ancient Roman armor, and this is the weird shit. That's
No,
where you
they're
go-
weird too, but
I
they're
mean, they're-
locals. The locals are allowed to be weird.
That's where you say, but Cyrus, those weirdos have guns. We don't make fun of them.
Well, that and they're locals.
Yeah.
They're basically a gang. They're locals armed with guns, dressed funny, and talk funny.
Nah,
I ain't looking to catch that smoke.
Are they really a gang if they're like the main protectorate of the planet, though?
By some definition, yes. Depends on how loose we want to get with the definition of what a gang is.
Alright, gang.
Go ahead.
No, it was just a. Alright, gang. Let's shoot up this plane.
Like, you got no idea how long I've been waiting to hear you say that. Sorry.
I don't know, Fred. I don't think we should take on the Bloods.
Fuck, sorry. Okay.
But, yeah. Do you have that list of the mercenaries for hire?
Yes, there should be in the journals tab, maybe.
So we have crew notes, group notes.
Ah, do I not? Oh, well, that would explain. That should do it.
There we go.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, and Mom will walk up and try to get Willow's attention by just like cupping his hands to his mouth and just calling out to her on top of her neck, just Willow!
Just kind of like, oh.
Probably the guard says something first. Sir, I have this. Please don't you look away from me, you little... Who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck are you? Someone who might be able to help you out with this. Because don't we have something from Cicero
don't we-
Curio?
We probably have extra, I thought, key cards or enough to get out, maybe?
I think you guys were given 4.
Oh. Hmm.
I'm told I'm to understand that you're carrying something valuable.
Shut the. She hops onto the hand of the Baylor, which sets her down on the ground. Hold on one sec. Okay. Yeah, you can see as she steps over. She's taller than you, Imam, by a head.
Damn, she's a big woman.
But thin. Like, it's
a willow.
weird. What's that?
Like a willow.
I wasn't thinking of that. However, there's something. Can I have you roll me a d20?
Any bonuses?
Well, I was just about to look at your character sheet.
Spot, read a sitch.
Maybe read a situation.
Yeah, look for subtext, motives, or threats in a situation or person.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, they're the same roll either way.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hey, it's pretty good.
14. The only reason I'm having you do this and Dux is immune from this is you realize, Imam, that this, well, here, actually, give me 2.5 seconds and I can get you a picture of Willow. Maybe. Or maybe not, that's fine too. But I will just throw them on here in case you guys say yes or no. This got very intense very quickly. This is not, we're not going into combat, I promise. That's better. I wasn't planning on putting you into combat.
I whip out my gun and I fucking shoot her.
That's what you get for calling us void clowns. Get clowned on.
Wow. It will load eventually. So, you recognize that this dress and the tight corset she's wearing is actually meant to hide a back brace. And you would know this because it's especially common in people that grew up on places with low gravity. You guys probably had to spend a lot of time of your childhood working up to full strength gravity, because there are things that half gravity, third gravity, quarter gravity of what humans are used to are actually, very useful for. It makes a lot of things easier. Learning how to walk comes at an earlier age. And then muscle resistance comes afterwards. You've seen potentially stuff of this style, or at least of this purpose, if not of this style. You can tell by this she's definitely not from here. But she would say, I don't need fucking papers. They took mine. And the guard's just putting up his hands. Ma'am, I'm sorry. I told you to come back tomorrow. I'm not the guy who took it. The hell you weren't. Just because you have those stupid helmets on doesn't mean I can't tell a face from a face.
Cicero Durio sent us to help you. He said that what you're carrying is important.
And why the hell would Cicero send whatever you are?
Another void clown.
Oh, hells no. looking at...
Khalid Imam Qalm, acting captain of the Kinjar Khalid.
And Dux Fundaman, a normie.
A what?
Kind of tagging along. I think we have a common goal. We're trying to find out. But
In a way, you're like a meal
You-
ticket.
You would tag along with Kith?
I mean, rumors are rumors, right? But
No.
Ah.
Sorry, continue. My bad. Finish what you were saying. Rumors are rumors, right?
Yeah, I was like, no.
Fuck no, rumors are all real, man! I get all my information from space Twitter!
Go ahead.
No, she goes, all right, well, rumors are rumors. You know, we have a common goal. Neither of us really have much choice.
There's always a choice. She says, looking back between the two of you.
Just
Before
like there's
deciding-
choice to not
Go ahead.
call people that you don't know slurs.
I think your people have more than earned every moniker that's been given to them. Looking back at Dux, I will not speak with him again, but I will speak with you. Meanwhile, the guard's just like, lady, come on, you're holding up the line.
Imam will approach the guard while the other two talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's start with Dux here.
Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, she just kind of reiterates, Cicero? Is that his name? Or is
Willow probably does step forward close to you. Remind me how tall Imam is and then Dux is, because I forget.
Imam's like 5'9", 5'10", I
Okay.
think.
Dux is a shorty, so she's like 5 something. I had it here somewhere. Let me pull it up.
Is Dux the summer of 5 foot nothing?
Not 5 foot nothing. She might be 5'3", so almost nothing.
Right. At some point, there is too short to be useful in the mines.
Mhm.
But, yeah. No, Willow steps close. She doesn't bend down to speak with you because, of course but she does look down and drop her voice so Imam can't hear. You don't have to lie for him. Are you in trouble?
No, or at least not in trouble with them. If anything, they might be the only ones that can help me. I'm trying to figure
You don't-
something out.
You don't have to rely on those demons if you don't need to. If you're looking for just looking, just kind of not looking at you, but kind of looking around to make sure no one else is watching. Believe me, they will turn on you.
I appreciate the advice, but, you know, if it comes to that, I can turn on them too.
Maybe.
Mhm.
And let me cut. Actually, no. Let's finish this conversation here. Willow goes. So if you're not in trouble, why seek me out with him?
Well, we need, well, like Iman said, basically a meal ticket. We need to repair our ship and get off planet to find answers for some things. And yeah, your friend recommended that we come find you first.
Cicero is well-meaning, but I don't think he quite understood what it meant to send So I take it you're looking for a mercenary?
Hmm. Of sorts. Yeah.
I'm not a doctor, I'm not a mechanic, I'm an author. Best-selling one at that. So I don't know any other reason you'd come for me.
Well, you do have a Baylor. Nice one, by the way. So Dux is looking at the machinery and just admiring it.
She doesn't say much further, but she does cast a glance over at Imam. As we will now cut to that conversation. Imam, you're talking with the guard. Look, I don't care what problems you have with her. We've got a bigger one. She needs to get out of the way so I can keep traffic moving.
Why can't she go forward? What's
Because
the
she doesn't
situation?
have her fucking pass, okay?
According to her, it was taken from her.
Yeah, 3 fucking days ago. She's been back at the goddamn gate ever since.
Why was it taken from her?
I don't fucking know. Ask the guy who took it, okay? Sometimes this happens. Sometimes paperwork doesn't work out. It's expired. Either way, the process is to have it confiscated. If it is... I don't know. He doesn't
And what
seem...
happens if someone pretending to be a What happens if someone pretending to be a centurion is the one that does the confiscation? Is there any sort of recompense for an injury such as that?
Are you saying I wasn't a...
No.
Are you
no,
saying
no.
he wasn't a...
Potentially. I have no information going into this. But I do know, looks back, how long of a line is she holding
Oh
up?
shit, it's a long-ass line. She's been here at least 20 minutes.
And I imagine a lot of this is cargo.
Oh, absolutely. Some of it, you can tell they're reefers. Refrigerated. So they're, yeah.
He does some quick tabulations in his head. This would be enough to keep an entire district of the city going for several days, wouldn't it? And it's being held up longer and longer the more she's sitting here.
I can't let her through. Look.
On whose authority?
Look, man, if she had paid her dues on time, this wouldn't have been an issue.
What she has is important enough that someone on the inside wants her in.
Okay, so? Big whoop. People like her are fucking loaded. She should just pay up and move on.
What does she owe?
What's that?
What does she owe?
She was late with her fees for the past week. That's 100. Does Imam get what's kind of going on here? Just...
She's broke. That's what he's thinking.
Well, okay, so...
Authored down on her luck.
I can let you read another situation here if you'd like.
Yeah. Because I might be not noticing. Oh, that scared me for a sec.
Okay. So how do I put this? Corruption is rampant. You were told to stay away from Stormfront here in the port. But it seems like Stormfront is kind of everywhere you go, because this guy, basically, it's a protection racket. Papers get lost, get mixed up. Oh, I'm sorry, but you know what? For an administrative fee, we can get those. We can sort all that out for you. This is a shakedown, and she's refusing to be a part of it.
Well, for a situation like this, I do believe I could go back and talk to the Port Authority.
Oh, shit, Lass. Look, man, they already know what's going on. She went and talked to them afterwards. Yeah, I got chewed out by my boss, but it's all above board. She's just... her papers are lost. Shit happens sometimes.
I'd like to, kind of wanna use take control.
Okay, that would be a hard check.
Yeah. Or charm.
Either way, it would be a difficult. Hold on, let me make sure I'm using that right. Skill checks. Okay. Okay, so I am. Yes, we're gonna make that a difficult. Yes, a difficult skill check. So that's a DC of 10, but we're gonna add a difficulty to it.
Oh, that could be so bad.
Now, I will outline the risks here. Success, I mean, you intimidate, you strong arm the guy, or you charm the guy into letting her pass or getting her papers. Failure here means not only do you, how do I put this? Not only does it not work to get her papers back, the next time you need to get through, yours may go missing.
Fuck.
Now, something I haven't discussed yet with skill checks. If you fail a roll, you could push it if you needed to. So, an unsuccessful
what?
roll, you could push it if you need to. Now, an unsuccessful roll cannot be attempted again unless the circumstances change. However, you can push it. What that means is the roll becomes risky, and you attempt it again. Now, a risky roll cannot be attempted again except by GM permission. And then it becomes a heroic roll, and that can't be attempted again. So a risky roll is you succeed on a 10, but you still suffer the consequences of any roll under 20.
Fuck, man.
So you haven't rolled yet.
I have
Basically-
not. That's why I'm looking at all these good rolls and going, fun ain't gonna last. And I need to, at worst, I need a 16.
Oh, for a difficulty? For a regular... So for the first...
No, like,
skill
at
check-
worst, because of the
Oh.
difficulty, I need a 10 to pass,
Yes.
but there's a difficulty on top of it.
Yes. So it could be... Yeah.
It could be anywhere from an 11 to a 16.
10 meets it, beats it. So technically, you
Fuck,
get a 55% chance of success before there are any bonuses added.
Yeah, so my two... Oh, man, this is bad. Sorry, I'm thinking. I'm doing... Got that
Okay.
gambler brain going on.
I mean, you could always offer to pay her tab. You could always say, Willow, come back to the ship with us. We'll figure this out later. You know.
Yeah. How much? We have 1,000.
You have 800.
Have 800.
Because you gave 200 to Dakita
Yeah.
to hire labor.
Are the risks as bad if I just try to be charming?
Let's see here. If you try to be charming, success, you get either the papers back or, she's let through. And you guys could probably go along with her if you wanted. That would be the same for either. The failure aspect of it here is... Oh. Well, now penalty just... Yeah, the late fees just went up.
Yeah, charming is less likely to get us in, giga trouble.
Yeah.
And that's how it works most days, right? If you're an asshole, people tend to come down harder on you if they've got the authority to.
Yeah. Fuck, man, I'm gonna try it. It's not gonna go well, but let's roll.
Okay. This
Gamble.
is a difficult check. Ooh. Would you like to push this? Now,
Yeah.
I will outline what
any real
pushing means
benefit
here.
to it?
What's that?
Is there any real benefit to pushing it?
Well, so you drop the difficulty. It just becomes a risky roll.
But
There's
then,
no
if I don't get a 20, I still suffer the same consequences.
It'll be different consequences in this form. Because in this form, what it would mean is on a 10, you get a papers back. Anything under a 20, now you owe him a favor.
Basically need an 18 to not owe a bad person a favor.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not worth it. We'll just take the failure.
Okay. How are you trying to convince him?
I've already talked to Durio, and Durio said that she needs to get through. I'm the same spot as you.
Who are you to be talking to Durio? Yeah, right, man. Okay, you read that on like a piece of paper around here somewhere? Oh, wait, you're that kid ship. That's right. Yeah, he looks over to his guard buddy on the other side of the gate. Hey, this guy thinks he's hot shit because Durio came to talk to him. Yeah, buddy. No. Her fee's just gone up. She owes 150 or she ain't getting shit back.
All right, goodbye. Turns on his heels and leaves.
Tell her to get her fucking Baylor out of here.
You're lucky I'm not putting an arc rifle bolt through your head.
Hey now, that sounds very close to threatening an officer on watch. As
Just completely ignoring him.
Willow straightens and stops talking to you ducks as Imam comes by.
It's that Stormfront group. I don't think you'll ever be getting those papers back.
I have to get in the city.
Listen. We're not going to get through to them by standing here. I can either pay the fee now, or you can come back with us to the ship and we can try to think of something more clever.
Let's see here.
Oh god, he's rolling coins again. Oh no. Gunner rolling a coin for a character in a Lancer game. She's gonna kill us.
Now that didn't actually happen last time I would do things like this. What? Just saying. Didn't mean I didn't try.
Indiana was no good, man.
I will not be beholden to a kith ever again.
This isn't about being beholden. This is about making sure that whatever you need to get through gets through. I'm not trying to make you owe me anything.
Fine, but I pay off my debt and I'm more square.
Whatever you wish.
Behind him. Hurry up, lady, before your fee goes up again. If you could pay the man.
Okay. He just, like... Is there a way to do, like, the whole Mass Effect thing? Just looks at the guy, waves his hand with the Omni tool, and pays him the fee?
No, remember? These are real bills.
Oh yeah, these are real monies.
This is real paper money. That he remember... Go ahead.
Looking... Oh yeah, Dux has the money.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. It's 150 because I tried to talk them out of it. To Dux.
Yeah. Says, at least you tried, I guess. But yeah, she. I mean, she could probably just walk it over to the guard.
Well, and as you're pulling out the money, Willow stands between you and the guards so they don't figure out where you put the money.
Right.
she knows how this game is played, even if she doesn't look like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's fair. And no, it would only reveal exactly what we're giving them, not the whole envelope and what's left of it.
Yeah. So yeah, you fish out. You find there is one that has been broken into 50s, probably because they ran out of hundreds to give you. But yes, there is 150 and 100 equals 150.
Yep. Yeah.
You hand him the money. He looks it over. Pleasure doing business with you. And then, reaching behind his back, he pulls out Willow's papers. Your passport and your birthing authorization. Well, you aren't going to need that anymore now, are you, lady? Just give it to me. Okay. Just remember that little paper right there, that one right there. Yeah, that's you should probably give that to its new owner. Without another word, she yanks it out of his hand as he says, "Oh, and by the way, you don't have a permit to have your mech in the city. You're gonna have to move it. But then you can go. Bye-bye." How does everybody feel about this?
The mom is basically taking note of everything about this guy, and is also going to send back a note that to the crew that what are they called? Stormfront?
Stormfront, yep.
Are basically blood marked by the Kith now.
Oh shit. I have a personal grudge. Give me my book of grudges.
A little bit, but it's also, damn, if they're going to take things like that away, these are bad people.
Yeah.
It should be wrong for the Kith to interact with people like that, except under extreme duress. And as a night courser, one of their things they can do is make small political choices on the far front, and if need be, assassinations.
This is true. Yeah, you could absolutely kill a maid man. Absolutely could.
Oh no, but right now it's just saying that these guys are basically scum.
Yep.
Like, don't work with them for your own good.
Yeah, nope, I get you. Willow probably looks at you, Imam.
As he's fidgeting with something on his Omni tool.
Does not begin to describe the look on her face. Before she realizes she already said she wasn't going to talk to you. So she turns to Dux. If I could please park Constantine on your vessel.
I think we can arrange that.
That would be much appreciated. Which berth are you?
Which berth are we?
Berth 3.
Yeah. Berth 3. I'll radio ahead and make sure that the mech bay doors are open.
She nods. On her little wrist,
We basically link Omni tools for a moment.
Well, I was gonna say, so this Omni tool is kind of weird looking. It's been embellished with all sorts of brass accoutrement, so it looks, for all the world, like it's something out of a steampunk novel.
Can I roll another situation on her?
Okay.
Because I got a bad feeling.
Oh, do you now? Just now?
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean. Now's been like the time when we're able to go, hold on, let's put 2 and 2 together. If it had been a 20, I go, oh, now you roll a 20.
So
she's a Mooney, isn't she?
So the Omni Hook is not going to tell you that, because as she turns the display on, this is very obviously your off-the-shelf one that has been custom made. Obviously, someone spent an awful lot of money at one point for whatever, in probably to your mind, monstrosity this is. However, yeah, it does strike you as very much something that you would have seen on the moons if you had ever been, or maybe have been shown to you on the, all right, class, today we're going to talk about space barbarians.
The techno barbarians and the mage cults.
Mm-hmm.
Probably does look at it, and then he waits until we're far enough away so that this isn't anything that he's revealing in public.
What I was going to say is she's probably just going to send the Baylor on ahead by itself to go park itself. That's what she's doing with the Omni Hook.
Mm-hmm.
You guys don't need to return to the ship if you don't want to. You guys can continue.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that case, it'd be once we're through the gate and far enough away.
Okay.
Just kind of looks at her, and she can tell that this is uncomfortable and that he is genuinely got bad feels about this. This isn't like a, oh, I got called out on my shitty behavior thing.
Mm-mm.
Which moon are you from?
She doesn't say anything for probably half a block or so. You guys have stepped now out of the... Oh yeah, I forgot. You guys have stepped outside of the gate and into... How do I describe this? To us, it's a nature preserve. For Imam, and probably Ducks too, because Ducks, your entire life has been Plucto and then Tarvis, right?
Yeah. Although Tarvis had nice water features, it wasn't really a natural place either.
Right, it was kind of an ocean world.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you saw pictures of the Great Kelp Plains down below or something.
Yeah.
But you have wandered into what to us would be one of the last remnants of a nature preserve. It's a probably, let's see, I'm trying to think, for Aurelia it would be kind of a modern day plain for us. So it's large stretches of open field bracketed by large hedges of trees to keep the wind down. But
It's a lot of heathlands, if you look those up, I imagine.
Yeah, exactly. But to the two of you, having never been in nature before, what do you guys think of your quiet half-block walk?
There's a look to Imam's face, because there were nature parks and zen ponds and all of these other things on Darkseid 3,
Mm-hmm.
because one, keeping people connected to nature helps their mentals, which is good. Also, they needed ways between that and like algae farms in order to have oxygen.
What? No, don't eat that.
But this is different because it's more real,
You
less manicured.
Absolutely. You can see that it's not really. Yeah, this would be a walking path next to the highway that cuts through the center of this. But you can see that there are barriers to keep you on the path. But outside, you can hear all sorts of life. Insects, frogs, other things that would wander heathlands or maybe small water ecosystems, as there's probably some water that does travel through here, or at the very least sit here. You hear birds, you hear probably, yeah, the burble of water as it runs free. It's all very peaceful. Making your way through and getting to the other side of this nature preserve is another slap in the face, because almost immediately you're confronted with Northwood Park. This it's what used to one time be a suburb that has now been built on top of itself over and over again in this ramshackle, haphazard way, to where it feels like you're walking through a city built of, trying to think here. Was it RV skyscrapers? Maybe not RV skyscrapers, but definitely double wides.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's kind of haphazardly welded together. It's ugly but functional. And as she steps and comes to a halt right at the edge of this nature preserve, she says, if you look on any map, all of the nature reserves are marked out in green. There's to be no building, no people. It's supposed to just exist. Oh, and by the way, it was Gree.
Sorry.
You
I know
know about Gree. Go ahead. What's that?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Go ahead with that.
You know. We will get to this. So, out of every... Let me pull up the text file, because out of every family in the... Uh-oh. Okay. That's not good. Okay,
Uh-oh.
never mind. Apparently, my computer has decided that it's gonna let me know that I need a new hard drive. They're not expensive or anything right now. Let's see.
Oof.
Yeah, it's a 4 terabyte too.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. No. Not them. Which one was it? No. No. No, not them. No. I was like, huh, this one's kind of weird. Oh yeah, that's your Kith. It's not your Kith. That's right.
Yeah. Kith
Yes.
Khalid tried to avoid doing anything on the moons because they go, ew, that's icky.
You would know that Gree is the largest holding of Kith Ackerson.
That's perfect. As she says that, there's a long, deep sigh, and then a always an Ackersome.
I'm sorry.
It's a turn of phrase among the All-Kith. Anytime someone is doing something they probably shouldn't be doing, getting involved in things that they shouldn't, or doing something wrong, always an Ackersome.
Now, you let me just describe for you, but also ducks. Well, low. Imam knows that out of greed, yes, it is their largest holding, the largest, probably the largest holding, yeah, that Akersum has. It is also, to use a Plucto term, probably one of the most played out. Because centuries upon centuries of ruthless exploitation of the planet for all of its minerals have turned it into a little tiny bit of a hellscape. You know that as early as 5 years ago, it was reported that Gree no longer had a viable atmosphere. And if they were openly admitting that 5 years ago, what's the truth there?
Probably only admitting it under great political pressure.
Yeah. And by the way, the stories you've heard about their exploitation of Gree, it's gone beyond resources. Well,
It's not the usual AI or like VI operated mining facility. Don't touch it, we'll leave you alone.
Oh, yeah, no, not at all. The people are absolutely a resource to be exploited. They wouldn't put it that way. They would find some nicer way of putting it. But I don't like Kith Akersum. Nobody likes Kith Akersum except Akersum. So, no. The biomatter of the planet itself is definitely a resource. You remember studying in your, let's call it an ecology class of yours. Gree was a case study because over the period of 3 months, Kith Akersum drained an entire ocean on Gree. We call it a moon. I mean, it's a fairly large moon, but we're talking probably a quarter of the size of Earth. So, small enough to maintain some sort of atmosphere, along with other things. But yes, they just up and drained an entire ocean. And how, over the course of 3 months, draining it led to all sorts of problems for the ecosystem because waste settles, and now all of that waste is exposed and dried and is allowed to go to dust and is just left in the atmosphere, which now many years later, this happened before you were born, Imam, but has now, today led to the non-viability of the planet. People have asked what they planned on doing for, the population sitting on the moon. They haven't gotten answers, but it's been asked.
Yeah, that is probably something that like Kith Khalid and Kith Dasam are constantly asking them.
I don't know if I can keep going because I'm starting to get mad just thinking about it.
Yeah.
This is a game.
Yeah.
But the look that Imam has, this is genuine pathos towards this when he hears that. But he just looks to her and says, I can't say anything that'll make any of this better, so I won't. But I understand now. And you're right.
She casts a look at Dux and says, which Kith is he? I thought you didn't care. Well,
Khalid.
Oh, my bad. I forgot it was in your name.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Dux just goes, Khalid?
Then I suppose I can stand talking to him directly. I will hail a cab. I can pay for that much at least. She hails. Yeah, it's a cab. A god honest yellow cab on 4 wheels.
Huh.
It doesn't run on gasoline, it runs off batteries. But it's a 4-wheeled vehicle that just goes to show you once again, Imam, just kind of how hodgepodge this whole place is. I mean, once upon a time, O'Hare Aerospace Port was probably just an airport. And there's at least one other airport here in town because it's been turned into the de facto military base that houses land-based fighters that are not space capable, that look... I mean, shit. An F-22 might be an F-22, but what's it got against a space cruiser? It's all
What is it?
so... Go ahead.
Or any like mech with sky tracking.
Right. Coughing baby nuclear bomb. It just... This place is a hodgepodge of just make do. And this cab is just another part of that, as she has to duck to slide into the back of this cab.
Yet Mom looks like fascinated by this. There are very, very small vehicles within a Sky City that are probably things like cargo crawlers.
Golf carts.
I'm thinking things like in a cargo section of the station, you might see big, flat, caterpillar treaded vehicles that move large amounts of cargo.
But doesn't a space easy go sound funny?
That does sound funny. Or a gator.
Yes.
But they don't really have much use for vehicles that aren't fighters or void craft. That there's no land on their planet.
Right. Are you two just gonna stand there, or...
Oh, probably snaps out whatever. He's like, oh, a modified, like, in his head, like a modified internal combustion engine rolling around on 4 rubberized wheels. Then here's that, like, right, sorry.
I'm assuming you two pile in.
Yeah.
It is a short... It is, for us, a short but cramped trip. She's probably... It's not until he asks, "Where are we going?" And she kind of looks at the two of you and is like, "I just realized that you didn't have to..." You know what? Never mind. I won't look a gift horse in the mouth. We're going to... Go ahead.
Where is the closest one of the... Well, where are we going?
I was just about to pull up my list.
We have near north the loop. No, near south, not near north. Yep. Near south the loop, south side.
We're going to Avalon Park. I have... You know what? It doesn't matter. Just get us to Avalon Park. Yeah, sure, whatever. Luigi. Sorry.
Mario! No, Luigi, we gotta kill him.
But Mario!
Look, Luigi, I already pulled out the gat.
Jesus. But you guys going through Northwood Park, you probably take the main highway most of the way there. Going through Northwood and Jefferson, this is a lot of built up what used to be suburbs. They are kind of rickety, look like, they could probably collapse if, a stiff breeze came through. But those are the perks of living on a floating city, right? You kind of go with the wind. Probably in Irvin Park on the highway is where you're able through the front window to see out into the city skyline. Now, for you guys, it's most...
That sounded bad, bro!
I'm gonna go ask what that was. Give me 2 seconds.
That sounded like Zappa found some glass.
I know. Crash bang.
Dude, that little fucking dummy's gonna kill himself.
Yeah.
He's too stupid to live.
No.
He's too stupid. He's just a little donkus.
Yeah, dude, that's how one of mine is. I got 2 cats, felt like she will put herself in a corner and like face the corner like she's in timeout.
Oh.
And then she cries like she can't figure it out. And I'm like, dude,
They just want attention.
Yeah, she probably does. But like, you just walked over there, put yourself in that corner.
I miss my kitty.
I thought you had one. Did it?
Yeah, she passed away in October.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's all right. She was 16. It was her time.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Retired. No.
All right, I'm back. I'm Batman.
What
Sorry.
What? I'm Batman. You're not Batman. You're Batman.
I'm Batman.
The Batman. But
So
what the little
dumb.
dinkus get up to?
No, ever since he had issues with his back legs, he has not been much of a problem.
Oh.
Yeah. No. Glass broke. Oh well.
Ooh.
Not a big deal. So. Yeah, no, it's probably by the time you get to... Oh, I should probably... Yeah. By the time you guys get into... What'd I say? Irvin Park, that you can start to see the skyline of Chicago. And for us, it hasn't changed much. The biggest difference is the clouds seem to always be hanging around. For that matter, you can see that, for the most part, you can only see bits and pieces of the skyline at a time as the clouds kind of roll through. Traffic is slow because of the intermittent fog, but that gives the driver plenty of time to talk about all sorts of crap. Somehow, without you guys saying a word, he goes from the traffic to the damn taxes to his ex-wife to alimony to the audiobook he's currently listening to. And then finally, hey, wait, I know you. Looking through the rearview mirror at Willow. I don't have the slightest bit. I don't have the slightest knowing of like. I don't have the slightest bit of an idea of what you're talking about. Yeah. You're that shit. Oh, fuck. You're on the back of them books. Oh? Yeah, Once a Sicario. Man, fucking loved that book. Oh, well, always happy to meet a fan, I guess. And he rants about that for a while.
Say,
And mom keeps quiet because mom has no idea what is going on right now.
as he's ranting, every once in a while, Dux just gives a thoughtful but also kind of spacey.
Dux, did you ever do any reading or know anybody who did reading?
Can Dux read?
Oh, she can read.
You gotta be able to read what's on the side of the bucket to make sure you're not putting the iron in the magnesium pile.
Yeah.
Yeah, you taste test those.
In the spacesuit, that's right.
Tastes bad. Ooh, that one tastes like the bad. I need my stomach pumped, doctor.
But yeah, I mean, I'd say mostly what she likes to read is just stuff she finds in databases, blueprints, things like that.
Okay.
Bet she probably had coworkers that read stuff. I don't know if she would have ever seen Willow's books necessarily, but
So, you would probably have recognized the name Once a Sicario, probably because Bison was reading it before you left.
okay.
It's you remember him talking about it one time. It's not fiction in the traditional sense. It's an investigative memoir. Basically, it basically interviews with a bunch of, well, Sicarios and retired Sicarios and ex-Sicarios on Sicario Station. Basically, how did Bison put it? He probably would have looked at you at one time and said, "Hey, if you ever go to Sicario Station, just remember, the only way to win is to not play the game."
Yeah.
But I'll put a list of her books in chat as I say them out loud, because I spent a damn long time on these titles. The Mines of Cavern, the Caverns of Mine 49B, which is a thriller that takes place in the abandoned mines of Plukto. Let's see. The Grotto, which is a thriller romance novel discussing forbidden love under the oceans of Parvis. The Garish Event, which is a Dead Space-like horror novel talking about a disease outbreak aboard the floating, well, I was going to call it wreckage, but it's not even really that. The scraps of wreckage on Garish. This one, which I like. The Kosmos Principle. It's a sci-fi novel set out on the... It's an imagining of what actually happened on Cosmos 4. You know, that dead place that nobody goes, even after all this millennia, because no one ever comes back. So it's a sci-fi novel talking about what happened, or maybe what happens. All of this is fiction, except for Once a Sicario. But yes, he proudly admits that he has read them all in his ramblings, and Willow, for her part, is just doing her best to try and become part of the seat cushion. But what's up?
No, that's just a huh.
But
He's
through the loop. Go ahead.
giving her a more appreciative look as she is, you know, probably leans over and jokingly whispers like, "Looks like you can find your friend, like you can find your fans anywhere.
I can find my debtors anywhere.
Leans back with a like, ooh, shouldn't have done that one.
What's that?
I just laughed. That's
But through the loop, through near south, through Armour Square, down, out of the city, well, proper, back into this part is different. In the city proper, we'll say like the Avondale, Logan Square, Lincoln Park, that area was a little more, how do I put it? Nice. We'll put it that way. The buildings were more spaced out. They looked like they were built with purpose, not necessity. It really doesn't come through the map very well. But this is a river that runs next to the highway, or at least you think it might be a river. Which begs the question, where are we getting water from to make a river? But
Knowing this place, I don't think I want to know, because all the water down there is probably bad water.
Probably. Into near north, loop, and then near south. That's where, on your left, as you're headed south, all skyscrapers. All business and the high-class apartments, big stuff like that. And on your right, just on the other side of the highway, well, let's just say, industrial destitution never looked more real. Factories, or at least what you think used to be factories, along with warehouse after warehouse after warehouse. Through Armour Square, all the way down, this is where the nice part of town begins. You see single-family homes, actual suburbs, all of the things that, I mean, I don't think either of you have seen before, like McMansions. Not McMansions, mansions. It also does, now that I'm looking at it, have the largest amount of green area anywhere except way up north. But getting on the highway, before you know it, you are being booted off a central corner here in Avalon Park. All right, that'll be. Hold on, let me think here. Yeah, that makes sense. That'll be $250.
Jesus.
No. 2 CD and 50 cc.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, I was like, dang.
I was like, oh, we're dead.
$2.50.
Yeah. I also believe that the reason they're called CDs is because it stands for Chicago Dogs. 1 CD is the price necessary to buy a Chicago dog. It's the center of their economy. Ketchup has been banned in this city.
I was about to say, what about to make their spaghetti chili? Oh, wait. Nope, that's Cincinnati.
Some people, you'll look at their food and all you can think is, these people are allowed to vote.
Wow. Damn. Peter Griffin over here.
Wait, hold on. It's cool. It's cool. The audience laughed with us.
Now, to describe South Side, that's what this area is that you just crossed into. This part of town, again, it's one block, mansions, next block, high volume housing that is probably about 50 years out of date, 100 years out of date. You guys are still on the, be charitable and call it the nicer part of things. But yeah, she scrounges up and hands him $2.50 entirely in change. And then he takes off, and the taxi is gone. And, oh yeah, we forgot to talk about where we were going. You asked, right?
Yes.
Come on this way. As she turns and heads west. Down the street, the two of you look kind of out of place here because your clothes are gently used. They look like they've been washed in the past month. She looks way out of place and is already attracting a lot of attention. Which is why she's probably a couple of steps ahead of you guys because she's trying to get where she's going quickly so then she can get out of here. But it's not far. As she rounds another corner, she stops in front of... Oh god. Where was it? Oh, yeah. A little bar called Geiger's Counters.
Huh.
Not even canned laughter. Okay.
I gave you a chuckle!
Just yeah, Geiger's Counters. Actually, where are my notes for Geiger's Counters? It is in the last session. Docs. Yeah. This is very clearly a Spacer's bar. You can tell that right from the moment you step in because it is loud, raucous, and full of people in EVA suits or back suits.
At that point, yeah, Imam just cuts a hard look to Dux. But I can't wear my void suit.
It's because yours... I'd imagine, Willow says, shooting a look behind the two of you. It's because yours had maybe let me guess, a pauldron? Or at the very least a board? Epaulets?
Gets very quiet, folds his arms, sulks like a child, and goes, "There's a cloak."
Well, do you see anyone here in a cloak? No, of course not.
Do you see anyone else here who's a knight? Like, this is just him being petty.
Yeah. Dux kind of slaps him on the back and goes, "It is a very nice cloak, just not the time."
Mm-mm.
He has kept
Go ahead.
the clasp for it he's taken off and kept, like, on his collar, though, since that is his Kith sigil.
Mm. She goes, luckily, most people here are already... What time is it? She probably checks, clock. It's probably 5 o'clock. Fortunately for you, most people are probably 6 or 7 in already, so most won't care.
Can I do a quick spot? Because now that we're here and there are a lot of people in void suits, the mom is just trying to keep an eye out to see if what Saw Solomon said was true and there are, like, other kith out here.
Okay.
So, like, suits that would be common among the kith, if any are wearing a kith sigil somewhere on their person, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to spot. I want to roll dice.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hooray! Fuck! Oh! Fuck! I'm the shit! Fuck! Fuck!
You're,
The bird.
I was gonna say, you got a new parrot pet over there?
Fuck! Shit!
And the ring up.
What the fuck?
Let's see here. This one. Okay. Now that I've got the book out, because this is an area where we could call for downtime actions. If you guys wanted to. Or you can just get in and get out. Because she still hasn't told you what she's here for.
I'm cool with just getting in and getting out and not applying that bad rule to anything where I'm going to get screwed. Single tear starts rolling down my cheek.
See, I didn't say anything.
No, but I read this game. I know how that shit works. This
What,
is how we
bad
get people
things?
punching CVS people.
Well, I was gonna say, if there are any kith here, they keep their sigils well hidden.
Damn, yeah, if, I guess that's just up to a mom then to hope, if they are here, that they'll see his.
Fuck! Shit!
Okay. Because... Yeah, I was just reading the downtime action, get a damn drink. So, when you get a damn drink, you blow off some steam, carouse, generally make a nuisance of yourself, get into trouble, that sort of thing. You might be trying to make connections, collect gossip, forge a reputation, or even just forget what happened on the last mission. There's usually trouble. You state what you're trying to do. On a 9 or less, you decide whether you had a good time or not. Either way, you wake up in a gutter somewhere with only one of 3 things remaining. Your dignity, all your possessions, or your memory. You can only have one of those. On a 10 through 19, gain 1 as reserves and lose 1. So, out of the 4 options you have, you gain either a good reputation, a friend or a connection, a useful item or piece of information, or a convenient opportunity. And on a 20, gain 2 and don't lose anything. But if you guys are ready to get in and get out, I am just fine to acquiesce.
Yeah, I think especially since Dux is holding on to the remainder of the money, and yeah, she doesn't know why we're here. She's like, let's just get in, get out. And...
Mm-hmm. Now you can tell it is 10-cent beer night. The behind the bar, it does make it very clear that tonight is 10-cent beer night, which is probably why it's as busy as it is, and why so many people seem trashed, even though it's 7 o'clock, 5 o'clock on a what day? Monday? Tuesday? Let's take a look here. Tuesday. Actually, no. Why are you not showing me the whole calendar? Oh well. Yep. Nope. I'm not messing with that. no longer messing with that. Okay. But yeah. Willow probably works her way through the bar, stopping at the counter. Let's see, and it probably takes a minute or two before the bartender can work their way over. A nondescript, swarthy individual. And leaning over the bar, you can hear her. She's trying to keep it quiet, though. Where's Carney? Upstairs. Same place they've been the past 2 days, waiting on your dumbass. I'm trying to think of how she responds to this. I think she's gonna let this one go.
She calls in the Baylord to deep strike directly onto this guy.
She deletes the bar and everyone in it.
Castigates the enemies of the Godhead. Turns out that it was actually Manticore.
Okay, how do I delete that? Oh well. Regardless, she rolls her eyes and says, I ran into trouble, okay? Oh? Yeah. Tell people that Stormfront are starting to confiscate passports if you're not willing to pay extra. Oh. Then those two standing there with their jaws slack, they saviors today? It's behind at the two
I don't know why that makes me think of the fucking Jimmy Neutron. My jaw's only slightly slack!
Who was that? Who was that?
It's
I
like
don't
the
remember
bully
that.
character, someone says like, these slack-jawed idiots or something like that, and the bully goes, my jaw's only slightly slack! Or the doctor says, my jaw's only slightly slack.
Jesus.
Yeah. I'd say Ducks is less slack jaw, but when they look over, she just kind of does a quick little shit-eating grin, and then just keeps looking around, like, oh god, why are we here?
Mom just quirks like a brow, like, why are you looking at us?
She turns. Look, I'm gonna go upstairs. I have some friends that need what I've brought. You can come with, you can stay here, grab a drink. I'll be down soon.
I'll stay with you. I have a bad feeling that I'll get myself into trouble somehow.
Oh, you act like it's your first time off a Kith station.
It is.
How old are you?
Young enough that this is my knight errantry. It was supposed to be easy until someone, pointing to Ducks, got a hold of the lost tech I was supposed to get a hold of. And then Ohm's pistols killed my entire crew.
Hold on. Hold on.
That's rough, buddy.
That's what I figured. You see a glimmer of something in her eye. But all she says is, that's an interesting story. You'll have to finish it later. And turns to head back to a set of stairs behind the bar. Do the two of you go? One of you stay down here? Try and pump the
mom's gonna
crowd
go
for
up.
info? Okay. Ducks?
Yeah, I think I'd go up too, just because we're all together there. She's not quite familiar with where this is yet.
You don't want to split the party? Come on now. I'm
We're
joking.
gonna ambush you with 600 Dracoliches.
Joke's on you, Dracoliches don't exist in this system. I mean, they do, but...
I mean, anything exists if you put your mind to it.
I don't like that implication. But...
Oh my god, it's Freddy Fazbear!
So... So, upstairs you go, all the way down. This feels like a very wow, the drink is hitting. Tavern-style hallway that you might find out of an adventure novel. All the way down to the end of the hall, door on the left. Willow knocks, waits before the door opens a crack. Willow, you're here! Finally! Door flies open, and the two of you do see a... Gosh, let's say... I hadn't really thought this far. I never really thought I could get this far. 11-year-old girl, dressed in what can generously be described as patched together mechanic's vest and heavy welding overcoat. Who are those two? Bright. Let's see. Yeah, curious hazel eyes are pointing daggers at the two of you as she nervously twirls. She nervously twirls hair around a finger, staring at the two of you.
I think Dux would probably just say, some new friends, acquaintances, maybe.
There
Mom just gives like a very small wave.
Hold on one sec. No one ever just wants to be friends in this city. What are you... Willow, are these... They're with me. They're... business associates. She nods as if that makes all the sense in the world. Opens the door. He's on the bed. And Willow steps in. I don't know if you guys do as well.
Yeah.
You guys step in. It is a very sparsely... the room is sparsely furnished, but those furnishings are covered in all manner of junk. Real fast, 1 second. Okay. Covered in all manner of junk. As stepping in, you see your attention is directed towards the bed. There is, for lack of a better term, a mountainous figure laying on the bed. This guy is standing up, probably taller than Willow, dressed in similar kind of machinist style garb, bracketed with what looks to be like an exoskeleton of sorts. Oh, we brought friends. Chicory. This is Imam and Dux. Dux, Imam, Chicory.
Yeah, there's a look of recognition at that name from Imam as he nods.
Oh, I forgot to introduce Coriander.
Coriander. Yeah, at the same time,
yeah.
Coriander.
How do you know my name?
Because we're in the business of finding some mercenaries.
We're not mercenaries.
Are you mech pilot?
She looks over at her dad, Chicory, sitting on the bed. As Willow moves over, look, he chuckles. Well, I wouldn't call us mercenaries exactly, but we do mech work. As Willow moves over and pulling from hidden pockets within the dress, pulls out what looks to be a miniaturized power cell. I need Dux to make me a notice. If you have that, or just a 20.
Sorry, say that again.
If you have like a notice roll of any kind, or just a flat 20 if you don't.
I'll do a flat 20 probably. I think that's right. Did I do that right? I don't think I did.
Oh, it's a / and then R.
Hey, that's it. $13.
13. You recognize this power cell. It is the same style that Bison gave you. Remember, if you remember that power cell.
Yeah, I was wondering. Okay.
As she tries to lift, but doesn't. You couldn't have bothered to just to be on your side for this. Can I have some help rolling him over, please?
My mom will help.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Ducks would probably help too.
Okay, the three of you manage to lift and turn him on his side facing away from you as the bed creaks under the shifting weight. And... oh, that's not what I'm looking for at all. As she manages to disengage what looks to be a blinking spent cell and pop this one in her hands back into the exosuit. As it's plugged in, the suit starts to come to life. Oh, thank you. I really needed to itch my nose. As you let him back down onto the bed, he manages to run through his routine checks, get his exosuit back up and running. It has been too long. I heard what you said to Connie. You ran into trouble over at the spaceport? Something like that.
The gate's been overrun by... what are they? Stormfront.
Stormfront. That's... I should say it's surprising, but it's not. They're the... how do I put this? One of the foundational mobs here in the Windy City. I suppose I should call it that. You keep your head down, you pay your dues, they should leave you alone. Should. Looking over at Willow, I thought you said you had everything in order. I did, and then I didn't. Oh? I had to source a power cell. You get the sense that this might lead into a larger conversation about other
I think
things.
Imam stops it as he looks to Chicory and says, like, forgive me if this is a rude thing to ask, but you're unable to move without your suit?
Nope. Used to work salvage and repair back for Red Giant as a subsidiary around here, and well, they did the best they could, but I'm stuck in the exosuit for the foreseeable future. It's probably... Sorry, what's that?
Hearing that he used to work for Red Giant, Dux kind of sighs and goes, typical. Former employee myself.
You seem to have gotten out with all of your digits, which means you were a more skilled mechanic than me. They left... Yeah, it's probably Hazel that speaks up. That's bullshit. As he shoots her a look, like we don't use that language.
That's a swear.
She says they left him under the rubble for half an hour before they could get to him. They did the best they could. All they did was give you a broken down pile of scrap. I was going to say shit. Scrap. Oh, so the kid swearing's funny. Why?
Because she's sassy.
Yeah.
She's a Will Kid. Will Kids don't usually go, fuck you, shit!
I understand your frustration. I feel it too. But we have something. It works. We move on. They laid him off afterwards. He's perfectly fine to go back to work, and they laid him off anyway.
Yeah.
Looking to Dux, and Mommy goes, this is starting to sound more and more common.
Unfortunately. Yeah, she just kind of adds, yep, it's more the jump ship type. But, yeah, now we're here.
Believe me, it didn't used to always be this way. Once upon a time, if you did right by the company, they would do right by you. Of course, they used to be in a manpower shortage, so we had more leverage than we used to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Dux definitely nods and acknowledges that. Thinking back to a lot of her older co-workers, more senior, that it was all the same spiel. Not the way it used to be. And she believes them, but it's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of a what can you do situation.
Yeah.
Besides, we can focus on the positives. I can breathe without a battery needing to be shoved into my back, and I can't say the same for everybody else.
Mm.
Let's see here.
If
Go
you
ahead.
were willing to work with us, I might know someone who could help.
We're just fine by ourselves. Dad, you know we can't keep doing this. Connie, we will be just... You know we can't keep doing this. What happens if I'm not around next time, and Willow's not around, or we can't find a battery, or... Coriander. Please. You need work. Workers for what exactly?
He steps forward and more properly introduces himself, with nodding his head in a polite way. My name is Khalidimon Calm. I'm a night courser errant from Saurus. My ship has been damaged and I'm looking for additional mech pilots to help pay for the repairs. On Saurus, there are several Kith who are masters of biotechnologies as well as custodians of various lost tech. They might have a way to heal you.
We'll go if you promise that you'll fix him. Coriander, that's not a... That's an awfully big thing to ask, Connie.
How tall is Connie?
Connie is shorter than Ducks. Connie hasn't hit her growth spurt yet, so we're probably talking 4'5", 4 foot nothing.
Probably looks to her and then kneels down to, like, crouches down to be on her level. Is like, I can't make that promise 100%. But what I can promise is that I will do everything within both my and my Sakith's ability to help however we can.
Just like everyone else in this city. Can't. Coriander, that is enough.
She has every right to be upset.
But it doesn't help anything. You're the only people in this entire district that have offered any sort of help outside of Willow. I'm not going to have us throw that back in your face.
If you are willing to work with us, your Drake can be set up on our ship. We have... And Imam gets a... He's still not fully over everything that happened, so there's a darker look in his eyes, glances away. We have more than enough openings in the bay.
Well, if Willow's okay with it being transferred off her ship... Willow's a little pale right now.
Willow?
Well, as I was going to say, I had to acquire a battery. You sold my mech for a... I didn't sell your mech. I bet my ship for the battery.
Imam gives a long, deep sigh and looks to Dux.
But you have the battery. So? Yes, I won the battery. And then you lost the ship? She doesn't say a word.
What berth is your ship parked in?
Doesn't matter anymore.
It does, if we're going to get the mech.
Just leave it. There's no point in trying.
There's a way out of every puzzle, solution to every maze.
I don't need your help, Kith.
You do. And I need yours.
What did I say not 2 hours ago when I met you for the first time? I will be damned if I have to... I'm sorry, Chicory. I'm going to make sure I will find a way to get your Drake back. Well, I suppose until such time as that happens, Mr. Imam, it seems like you've got yourselves a pair of mechanics.
That is useful. Our ship sustained critical damage. Anything that can get us back to void capable, we'd appreciate.
Hey, Ducks.
Mm-hmm.
So, in the first moment of meeting Hazel, she looked at Willow as if she hung the moon. And now she has the most heartbroken expression on her face.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she just got told Santa Claus isn't real and neither is the Easter Bunny.
Oh,
Oh, and you need to start paying rent.
This doesn't taste like childhood, it tastes like rent and taxes.
So, yeah, no, that's what you see. Willow's not paying attention, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'd say Ducks would probably do the kneeling down thing at this point
Well, yeah.
and be like, hey, there's a lot of damage, but it's a big ship. Lots to explore.
She promised.
I know.
Why do adults suck?
Yeah, Ducks just kind of sighs and goes, well, it's complicated, but it shouldn't be. But
Don't
we'll do our
make
best.
a promise you can't keep. How is that hard?
Yeah, don't make a girl a promise you know you can't keep.
Mm-hmm.
What is that from?
Halo.
Oh, fuck, I forgot, yeah.
Good.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ducks
But-
just kind of sighs and is like, yeah. That's
Yeah,
why we
adults
say
suck.
we'll do our best. Yeah.
I hate this city. And I think with that, what time is it? It is 8:55. I think that's a great place to move on to our last flashback of the day. Hey, Imam,
Mm-hmm.
how old were you when you got Mirage?
I think Mirage has always been part of like the family domicile, but probably around 5 or 6 when she was given a mobile form.
Okay. Tell me a
Before
little
she
bit
had
about
basically been an Alexa.
it. So, let's say that was your birthday present one year. Mirage was given a body.
Mm-hmm.
Describe that moment to us. I don't know if your parents were actually there. Maybe it was one of the last years your parents actually showed up for your birthday.
It probably was one where they were actually both there. And they were both busy and had things to do, but they were, bringing Imam along because it was his birthday and they wanted to be with him.
When's the last time you felt like that? Sorry. That was cruel.
But,
Wow. I'm an ass.
so they woke him up early in the morning cycle, because day and night are a strange thing, especially in the Nash.
Hmm.
You're always in a violent storm. So usually the way they replicate a diurnal cycle for everyone is probably things like lights are automatically set to dim and brighten.
Mm.
But it's
Almost
early in the morning cycle when they wake him up, and his parents do wish him a happy birthday as much as he's just a groggy little kid, a little grumpy to be up so early.
Probably, yes.
But his mom, chamber mistress of Kith Khalid's night iterators, just scoops him up and holds him as they start going throughout their day, meeting with various people of importance to either his mother or his father, doing all sorts of stuff. And he always seems interested in mechanical things and books and things. And the adults dote on him and they ask how old he is and things like that.
Your future
Even in-
captain is probably there. A family friend.
Uh-huh. Oh, and Saw Solomon is probably there at some point. Also a family friend.
Yep.
Or at least, I mean, being chamber mistress of the Night Iterators, his mom is,
Coriander, by the way. Anyway.
his mom talks to him a fair bit. She's one of his advisors. And especially in a Kith like Kith Khalid, I imagine that the woman in charge of the people who are your greatest scholars and scientists probably has a lot to advise the Sakith on. But eventually they are out in one of the bays of Darkside 3. And they don't have traditional, like, doors. They have these weird Magitech barrier devices. You can look out at the Nash and all of its stormy glory, and then see, if you focus on it, there's a thin, wavy barrier of Coruscant light that changes from like blues and purples and greens as you look at it. And they're probably helping or advising as a cargo ship is coming in and landing, as it seems to just part through that barrier like a skin, like a thin, watery membrane. And then eventually, his mom sits him down and says, "Now, sweetie, we have someone to meet. We have someone who wants to meet you." And behind her, rolling in actually off of that ship, is the body for Mirage. And then his dad walks up with a small data chip and slots it into it as the lights blink on its screen, and it gets that small little smiley face on it. It's like, "It's so wonderful to get to be beyond the house for a change. How are you, my little sweetie?" Or something sweet. And Imam just gasps, and he's missing one of his front teeth, and runs up and hugs this robot and nearly knocks it over as there's a
Attitude adjustment required.
Oh.
well, like attitude as in your relationship to
Yes. The
to
normal.
your
To gravity,
Wait.
yes.
And the dad goes, hold on there, son. We still need to get this thing adjusted. But we thought that it might help you have someone to play with. So Mirage can follow you around now, wherever you go. The mom nods. And just like at home, she'll do everything she can to keep you safe. That is my primary directive.
Man, It's gonna feel so good when I kill. I mean, no. It's gonna
No.
destroy you, Mom.
Mirage has to stay alive. She's gonna be my NHP!
That just gives me higher stakes for your mech.
Dude, I'm getting targeted! With the MG!
Leave the nanny alone.
It's okay. I'll find Duck's soft spot one of these days. It's not kids. It is kind of kids.
I'd say, yeah, Chicory would probably definitely remind her of herself.
Oh, Coriander? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Coriander, yes.
You're good.
Corey in the mech.
And then the duo of them definitely reminds her of her and Gramps in a way.
I'm glad I could remind people of parallels. I think that for today, that's where we're going to leave it off. Now, let's get some sign-offs. Let's start with, who did I start with first last time? I think I started with Ron, so let's start with Love this time.
Yep. Alright. Slow at lowwit36 on Instagram. Yep, playing Duck's Fundament. Chose not to get drunk at the bar this time, but maybe next time. And, yeah, meeting new people, running around the city, seeing things, seeing sights. That's what she came here to do. You know, she just didn't have the eyeball tattoos and the robot ghost. You know, if everything would be peachy, but she's dealing with it.
Dr. Shields has been quiet this section, mostly because I have a lot of NPCs to juggle.
Yeah, no, and that's totally fine. And honestly, since they're off ship, I figure the thing is all the way back there. So even though she probably could whisper to her or something, it would kind of make sense at a distance like that, you know.
That's true.
But anyway, though, yeah, just feeling it out, and yeah, trying to get some.
Alrighty.
Mhm.
Alrighty. Now, Rowan.
Hi ho friendolas, my name is Ron, otherwise known as Lightheart, and I am one of the fundamental truths of the universe. You've caught me here today playing Khalid Mom Calm, who feels really bad for doing literally nothing wrong and trying to help this lady, but she's got every reason to be mad. You know, as a colonizer, he can't really tell the colonized how to feel. You can also catch me this Saturday and every other Saturday where I am in Napple 2.0, also known as Napple 0 Hour, where I play, for now, Tariq Badabara, who's a bit of an animal, if you catch my meaning. That is it for me.
And that brings it to me. Hi everybody, my name is Cyrus Smith. Today you caught me running Echoes of Kosmos, where we've managed to introduce a couple of characters that'll be useful on your voyage in the future, and also highlighting what can generously be called dirty laundry for, you know, the Kith, and how not everything is sunshine and rainbows and lost tech out my ass. Sometimes it's playing God in awful, horrendous ways.
Sometimes it's dropping a squad of lore-accurate space marines on people.
Yeah, how did she get out of Gree, I wonder? I mean, I know.
Probably not
I'm
easy.
just putting it out there. I'm just putting it out there. Especially since, how many different books did I say? Is she on her 7th novel?
Yeah.
Some shit like that? So she's probably been off planet a little while. But, yeah, other than that, you can catch me on, every other Saturday playing, Vera Zircon, the leader who didn't want to be leader, but is now being thrust right back into all of the things that paralleled, the former Chief Dread Pirate's rise. I mean, it is. Time is a flat fucking circle, and you guys haven't exactly made it give there any reason for it to change.
Hope it goes better this time. Let's run that one back.
What? You didn't like having a bomb planted in Tartarus?
Why'd you have to say bomb?
Shit. Okay, well, that happened. I mean, right down to the flair for pyrotechnics. Because what did I want to do? I wanted to knock the whole damn building down. But no, I was told that would be a bad idea because it'd attract attention. Who cares?
You will eventually.
Yeah, but not in the moment, and that's what matters.
Fair. Real. Base
Like-
even.
Like, you know, future me is gonna hate past me, just like present. No, future me is gonna hate present me, just like present me hates past me. That's just how it goes. Because
Fair.
the other half of that is, I don't care. That is future me's problem.
Don't give future you a reason to hate yourself.
I mean, I pay my taxes just in case.
Damn.
What?
Damn!
What?
Sheesh!
All right, we're getting out of here. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Willow ship. It's on
Shit.
though.
Yeah. R.I.P. Willow.
R.I.P. Willow's shit! Maybe if you